Jey Uso is officially the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble match, and it had a bunch of fans outraged. Many people believe that out of all the people in this star-studded lineup, that being John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jey Uso was the one that got the win. From the moment Jey Uso eliminated John Cena, fans immediately expressed their displeasure about how they hated this decision. But I am here to tell you that all of that fan outrage is just online stupidity. I'm yours truly, the one and only Flamin' Ricky DeRays, and this is why Jey Uso winning the 2025 Royal Rumble was the right decision to make. Before we get into all this craziness, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Wrestle Heaven channel right here on YouTube, in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and as the friggin' referee would say, ring that damn bell for more notifications. Plus, if you guys haven't checked out my recent video on the 2025 Royal Rumble pay-per-view, the review for that show is in the link in the description below. Okay, we need to have an honest conversation with wrestling fans. Honestly, they are the dumbest group of people imaginable. One second they love somebody, but once something happens, like them getting a push, they pull an Uno reverse and complain like spoiled children. These are grown-ass men. The amount of people on my Twitter feed pissed about the whole result was insane. It was literally on my entire timeline. And one of the reasons that these fans justified their hate towards Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was, oh, he had the worst match last year at Wrestlemania. One fucking match was their reason to justify their hatred. You're really gonna blame Jey Uso himself for that match? Last I checked, there were 2 people in that match. So if you want to point the blame, don't point the blame at one person. Point the blame at everybody involved. Look, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso was by far the worst match during WrestleMania last year. There's no bones about it. But that doesn't mean Jey Uso is a terrible performer. Jesus Christ, every single wrestler has had bad matches. I don't know why y'all keep mentioning that one match as a justification that he should not be in the main event of WrestleMania. Like, seriously, y'all are dumb as hell. Look at this Royal Rumble lineup. You had CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and the list goes on and on and on. This year's Rumble was a stacked Rumble, to say the least. Not to mention, almost all of the main event players that took part in this Royal Rumble had their own unique story behind them, which made the Royal Rumble unpredictable. And that is something that I have to talk about. Unpredictability is not bad. If anything, the Royal Rumble being unpredictable is a good thing. Heck, the entire WWE product is unpredictable at the moment. Why do you think the product is so hot right now? It's a good thing because unpredictability leads to the viewer not knowing what's going to happen next. Now look at this. Out of that whole lineup, not one person, except for me and a couple other people, yeah, I said it, thought that Jey was going to win this match. It was the same feeling going into the Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker match a couple months ago on Raw. I actually thought that Braun was going to retain his Intercontinental title, but Jey actually pulled the upset and became the Intercontinental Champion. Unpredictability leads to more intrigue with the story that you are telling. And in this case, we saw that with the Royal Rumble with numerous bunch of wrestlers. Everybody has their own thing going. Not to mention, you got these marks thinking in-ring skills is the only thing that matters in wrestling, which is 100% far from the truth. Fans that say this are probably AEW fans. Oops, that's going to be controversial, but do you think I give a shit? Look, in-ring ability is a big part of a wrestler. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disputing that. But what makes a wrestler really stand out is their connection with the audience. Look at guys like The Rock. Do you think he became successful because of his in-ring ability? No, it was his character and his connection with the fans every time he spoke on a microphone. Jey Uso has that genuine connection. For God's sakes, look at this guy's entrance. Come on, I know you want to be involved in that hand wave. That shit's so fire, by the way. Watch that segment this past Monday on Raw. This guy was on the verge of tears, all while getting showered with support from the audience. If there is one thing that Jey Uso proved this past Monday, is that the internet audience is a small fraction of the general fan base that WWE is trying to capture. For God's sakes, this guy played his theme song twice, and the crowd was just as loud for the second time than they were for the first. That's how over this guy is. Jey Uso is over with the fans. If anything, he's one of the most popular acts on WWE television right now. This guy has been the top merch seller on WWE Shop for the majority of 2024. Jey Uso is the definition of marketable. And as a wrestler, you need to be marketable. He transcends pop culture, and he's just flat out cool. And isn't that what everybody wants wrestling to be? I think the biggest problem with fans complaining about Jey winning the Royal Rumble is the fact that these fans are just stuck in the past. They think that the WWE of now is the WWE from 5 to 10 years ago, and it is not. This is not a situation of a wrestler that nobody wanted to win winning the Royal Rumble match, i.e. Batista 2014, i.e. Roman Reigns 2015. Those two back-to-back Royal Rumbles were terrible, and the reason why they were terrible was because everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win, and deep down, WWE knew that Daniel Bryan winning those two Royal Royal Rumbles was the right decision to make. And Bryan was the only logical choice throughout those 2 years. And WWE rejected that. And who do you blame for that? Well, there's this guy who's been blacklisted, and rightfully so. His name is Vince McMahon. You might have heard of him. Jey Uso winning the Rumble this year is not that situation at all. In fact, it's not even a situation regardless. Literally anybody could have won this year's Rumble, and it would have made sense. I flat out said this before on my previous videos. Punk would have made sense. Roman would have made sense. John Cena would have made sense. Seth Rollins could have made sense. You see where I'm going? There was no wrong answer with this Royal Rumble. Some guys win, some guys lose, and that's what fans need to understand. Wrestling 101, get with the program. WWE pulled the trigger on Jey Uso to give that shock factor. Some people even created the argument, oh, why Jey Uso lost to Gunther clean on Saturday night's main event the week prior. There's a little word in wrestling when you build somebody up called adversity. When you're building somebody up, the money is always in the chase. And Jey going after Gunther makes the most logical sense. I mean, for God's sakes, did you see the support that Jey Uso got after that match with Gunther? A match with Gunther at WrestleMania to me is the more logical step for Jey Uso. Now, he hasn't made his decision yet. He's going to go to SmackDown this Friday and confront Cody. But Gunther to me seems like the best possible option for Jey. Gunther as a character and from an in-ring standpoint is fantastic. And he can literally make anybody look good. Jey Uso is no exception with that. But the main takeaway that I wanted to get at in this video is that Jey Uso winning the Rumble made sense because it justified the notion and the idea that anybody could win the Royal Rumble. There is nothing wrong with predictability in wrestling. Most of the time, predictability can be a good thing, but sometimes predictability can be a bad thing. In this case, with this year's Royal Rumble, we did not know who the hell was going to win. WWE literally has their plans for WrestleMania tight around their arms that nobody knows what the hell is going to happen. And that's a good thing because it keeps you invested in their product and it keeps you intrigued. And that's what WWE wants. But Jey Uso getting the win was something that made sense and something that I even advocated for. You can tell a great story with Jey Uso. Not to mention, if this guy ever wins a certain championship at WrestleMania, depending on which one he chooses, I mean, look at the amount of talent that Jey Uso could face and look at the amount of feuds that Jey Uso could be involved in. I'm talking about guys like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jey Uso at the end of the day is a star. And that's what WWE is focused on, making stars. And Jey Uso, for as long as he's been with the WWE, finally broke out after the bloodline into his own. And it resulted in him winning the Royal Rumble match. The fan base hating on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was just flat out stupid. These fans have no idea what they are talking about and they do not know what they want. Because at the end of the day, they are fickle. But that was my video on why Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was the right decision to make. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, push that bell for notifications and be on the lookout for more videos right here on the Wrestle Havoc channel in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And as the friggin' referee would say, ring, ring, ring that damn bell for more notifications. And as always, it is yours truly, Flamin' Ricky DeRays, signing out. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.